Hafide, everybody. I have Sergeant Paul Tapao with me right now, and we are talking about ways that you can too help take care of your island. You can be a member of Guam's elite police force. Officer Tapao, welcome back, Hafide.
Hey, thanks for having me again.
There's a reason why you've got all those stripes and the star on your uniform and everything. You've been doing this kind of work a very long time, but also you have said this many, many times. Probably the key requirement to being a productive member of the Guam Police Department is you really have to love Guam.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, your passion and your desire to become a police officer has to be set in who you are and your upbringing is within your environment and your community. And, you know, we've discussed this many times towards our profession and law enforcement, particularly towards mine. When I first joined the Guam Police Department, I saw it as a job, as an opportunity to get paid. And as I grew within the ranks and I grew and understood the expectations and the work that we do within the community, it expanded my far reaches and understanding what I can do and what I can actually bring forth into the community. And since then, it's turned into a career and a profession that I've really enjoyed in serving the community.
And now there is an opportunity for anybody else who would like to become a member of Guam's Finest to actually become that, but they have to go through the training cycle because, like you said, it's not a job, it is a calling, and part of the reason why the training is so tough is you want to make sure you have the very best people that are cut out for the job, right?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I'm glad you bring that up because August 8th is our deadline, and, you know, again, you know, that's the reason why they call it Guam's Finest. We are looking at quality. We're looking for quality individuals who have that potential trait to be, you know, that of a public servant, a true public servant. If you have what it takes, you know, I'm gonna stress this. If you do get accepted, you got to prepare yourself for the grueling, you know, endeavors that's going to come before you because they're going to mold, they're going to break you, they're going to mold you again, and they're going to break you down some more. And the end product, when you receive that completion of your certificate, you know, completion of all the courses that's required in the Police Officer Training Academy, and you receive, and they actually pin the badge on you, you're going to see the honor and you're going to feel all the hard work that you put into is finally paid off and it pays dividends and what you're going to bring to the product. And what we're bringing is the product into the community, which is the Guam's Finest, you know, within law enforcement.
It really is a family. It's a collection of brothers and sisters. You have people that would go to the ends of the earth and back to make sure that not only they're protected in doing their job, but the community is protected. So, you know, there's a lot of people that have previously served in the military and then they go into GPD. If you have military experience, will that be?
Yes, absolutely. You know, preference hiring, veterans hiring points, it's an added incentive with the application. Again, you know, those increase can be made by going down to the Department of Administration, the second floor of ITC. And we do know that, you know, military experience really helps. It helps with the hiring and, of course, the recruitment. So if you have all these preference points, you know, all these questions that you may have, feel free to call Department of Administration, inquire what are the requirements that are within the application, because it's been 20 years since I filled out an application for the Guam Police Department. And, you know, to see it grow to where it's at, to where now we are actually extending it to the community. And we're asking, you know, because to fill the ranks, it's going to require that special calling that you have in serving the community, because like I said, you're going to come in as a job and in the end you're going to see it as a career, because you not only do you grow as a police officer and trainee, you're going to develop the skills in patrol, you're going to develop the knack to in helping people, where you're going to, you know, your talents, your traits that you've developed within the ranks of patrol, you may become a detective, a homicide investigator, a narcotics officer, a public relations officer, or a juvenile investigator. These are some of the traits in which we help mold you within your career in law enforcement.
That's a lot of opportunities to actually grow as a professional and to be able to serve the island.
It is, and you know, and with the current chief we have with Chief J. Cruz, he's aligning our officers to be in the best standards of performance, and you know, by giving us the best opportunities to provide the training and everything, so that we within the line off, you know, the line officers can excel and you know, reach our highest potentials, whether it be within the ranks of the lieutenants, captains, or majors, or maybe eventually the chief of police someday.
Okay, we'll tell you what, Sarge. I want to show you guys the crime of the week right here. Sergeant Tapao is going to break it down for you, but when we come back, let's talk about training, all right? Okay. So here's the crime of the week.
The Guam Crime Stoppers is reaching out to the community for their help in reference to a home invasion that occurred at Villa del Oreo in Mingilao. According to the police report, on Thursday, August 2nd at around 4:02 in the morning, the homeowner awoke to an unknown male wearing a black ski mask who was standing beside her bed. As the male individual immediately noticed the homeowner, he fled out the front door. An assessment was made by the homeowner where it was discovered that money and personal items were missing. The victim only described the suspect as being possibly local, wearing a black ski mask, blue long-sleeve shirt, and blue jeans. Now, the Guam Police Department and the Guam Crime Stoppers is asking the help from the community in reference to this home invasion complaint. If anyone has any information about this crime or any other crime, you can call our 24-hour hotline at 477-HELP, that's 4357, or submit a tip online at guam.crimestoppersweb.com. All calls will remain completely confidential, and a cash reward of up to $1,000 could be paid if the information provided leads to an arrest and a grand jury indictment. Your call does make a difference.
All right, Paul, thanks so much. So as promised, what is training like, for people? Like how long does it take? And more importantly, if people are thinking right now, I want to be a member of GPD, I think I have what it takes. What should they do to prepare themselves mentally? How can they get physically fit? And what do they have to do to get ready for the
I'm glad you asked that, and there is no right way to say this is the best way to train.
And you're smiling a little bit because you went through this before when you went through training.
And I thought I had all my T's on my dots.
You're a football star too, so you're a hard man.
I figured, being a seasoned athlete, it would have prepared me for this, but there is no prepare for the unexpected, prepare to be broken, prepare to be built, prepare to be molded, and prepared to be, just to be tested. Because like I said, this is a quality, we're asking for quality personnel. We're asking for that quality trait to come out, and we're going to bring that out in you. We're going to bring out your, we're going to break you down to your weakest, and then we're going to give you that strength. We're going to give you that perseverance, the encouragement to become a full-fledged police officer. So just prepare, just prepare physically, prepare mentally, and prepare for the unexpected, because once you don the badge, there's no greater honor that's bestowed on you once you place it. And you look at it, and what's the beautiful thing about it is the insignia of Guam, and it's a reminder that you are a servant to this community. And to my brothers and sisters out there that wear the badge or don the badge, that's carried on throughout the profession, from the ranks of patrol to the upper management within our command staff. When you wear this badge, you are a true public servant to the community. So prepare for the unexpected, and go down and fill out your application and ask yourself, do you really have what it takes to fill the shoes of Guam's finest?
In terms of again, we talk about military training, but how fast should I be able to run? Because military says you have to be able to do like a 6-minute mile, you have to be able to do 40 push-ups, 60 sit-ups in under 10 minutes and everything like that. What's the optimum baseline to get into GPD?
Just train, bring yourself
more the better.
Yes, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with putting 4-milers on your shoes. There's nothing wrong with pounding or pushing out 60 push-ups a day. There's nothing wrong with doing 40 sit-ups a day. And just prepare, because when you start building your body physically, it also prepares you mentally and everything for everything and anything our cadres will throw at you. Because again, we want to be able to see where your breaking point is at, and we want to be able to harness not your strengths, but to harness your weakness, to build that, mold you, and to become the police officer with the expectation of quality, professionalism, and everything that we're going to teach you to become that true public servant. So again, if you have what it takes, if you think you can help, if you really feel deep down inside that you can make a difference, you have until August 8th. Go down to Department of Administration, fill out an application. I'll be looking forward to seeing you within the ranks.
All right. Well, thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Good luck. We'd like to follow up with you and see how the training cycle is going and see how many people showed up.
Absolutely.
And how many people are going to graduate, because that's the most important
part. It's an exciting time for us. Again, as we move forward within, the betterment of the island, we also have to make sure that we're ready for that. So again, August 8th is the deadline. Come on out. Give it a shot.
All right on. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having us again.
All right. Please stay tuned. We're back after this.